If you know me well, you know I'm a big champ for Lewis Hamilton. He's one person I know who takes ice baths. Imagine getting in a bathtub full of ice. And I eventually stumbled upon the practice of cold showers. I've been taking cold showers every day now for more than a year. The benefits weren't what I was expecting, but they were definitely far more valuable. Hello, happy human! Yes, today we are nourishing in the happy human energy, courtesy of your own host, Sophia Wawero, Happy Humans Foundation. It's such an exciting time. Yeah, you can tell from the dress code, from the energy, the synergy, and everything in between. It's a celebration of life because we're here to celebrate life. Sometimes we save that cool outfit for a special event. How about your life? How about you grab it today and celebrate your life because it's worth celebrating? Today I bring to you Sophia celebrating her journey of atomic habits right here. Celebrating the journey of actually living to the letter of what I set out to do. And I hope by sharing my own, it will inspire you to go for yours. Tiny changes, remarkable results. Today marks a whole 1 year of me taking cold showers. Can you believe that? If you're Kenyan, you know Nanyuki. I have been to Nanyuki with the cold weather, literally in a ranch in Olpejata Conservancy. It's super cold. I did shower with cold water and it was as refreshing as gold. I have been to Cape Town. If you've been to Cape Town, you know it's very windy and it gets really, really cold. I did stick with my cold showers and not even one day was I like, ooh. No. And why is that? It's the beauty of embracing new challenges, getting out of your comfort zone, and going for what you really want. They say change is uncomfortable, but very, very rewarding. And it's about those uncomfortable steps that make the journey worthwhile. If life was easy, it would be too smooth and making no sense. It's about the excitement of actually seeing your styles, saying you'll do something, and actually going out there and being about it. So, have you ever been curious about the benefits of cold showers? Let me bring you to speed. Why are cold showers important? Why would you challenge yourself to actually take cold showers? How to get the unquantifiable benefits of cold showers. This is actually an article that was published by Better Humans, Mepang, where they get to talk about cold showers are not a new concept and have in fact been declining in popularity following a lot of hype in the last few years. Frankly, that's probably because the hype made some pretty big claims that are hard to substantiate. As a former scientist and medical researcher, I concluded pretty early on that the science on cold showers was rather unconvincing. Yet, as an avid self-experimenter, it is one of the few habits, after dozens of experiments with supplements, gadgets, exercises, and habits, that have stuck with me after all this time. So, why do it if I don't believe the science? Because it gives me results. I've always been someone with a disproportionate level of energy for any petite frame. Some of my nicknames include Pocket Rocket and Energizer Bunny. I tend to put that energy to good use. I was a competitive athlete in my younger years and continue to pack my days with rock climbing, yoga, and running, even though I stopped competing. There was nothing I loved more than the soreness and tiredness from working my body hard. But one morning, I woke up feeling like I've been hit by a bus. I wasn't just fatigued or sore, I was tired to my very own bones. Every part of my body felt heavy, like I was wading through mud. My brain was foggy and slow. Needless to say, I was also incredibly irritable. I wrote it off as an anomaly. I probably just needed another day of rest. But the fatigue persisted, recovery slowed, and I continued to get more restless and irritable. I went to a doctor only to be told that all my blood work was normal. I don't think he understood that I didn't want to be normal. Oopsie. I wanted to be optimal. Get that? I didn't want to be normal. I wanted to be optimal. So I did what I do best, research and self-experiment. A lot of advice on improving recovery involves temperature modulation of some form, especially icing. If you know me well, you know I'm a big champ for Lewis Hamilton. He's one person I know who takes ice baths. Imagine getting in a bathtub full of ice. And I eventually stumbled upon the practice of cold showers. I've been taking cold showers every day now for more than a year. The benefits weren't what I was expecting, but they were definitely far more valuable. Yes, it made the fatigue go away, but more importantly, this habit has provided me with positive experiences that I have found almost impossible to replicate consistently any other way. We will go through the purported benefits of cold showers that are available actually with scientific evidence. So one is actually it promotes fat loss. The second one, it alleviates depression. And one way I would express this part is one thing that really changed for me once I started taking cold showers. I have never been so present in the moment in the past. Because you see, when you're showering with cold water, it gets on every nerve of your body. So what does it do? It keeps you literally present. It kind of awakens you. You can imagine when you wake up and the first thing you do is take a cold shower. And the beauty about that is you've done the first hard, tough thing. So anything else you get to tap onto that energy for the day, I mean, your spirit is like, bring it on. I got this. I showered with cold water. Do you know what more I can attain in a day after such a vibrational frequency of energy? Because, yeah, it's not easy at all showering with cold water. For me, maybe I'm different, but I never have issues. I just get into the water and then my soul just rejoices. I am really happy being in cold shower. I just feel present. I feel I am with me. I am with my body, mind, heart, and soul. It improves the immunity. Cold showers supposedly trigger an increase in your metabolic rate, which results in an increase in white blood cell production. The white blood cells are the workhorse of your immune system, so a boost in white blood cells is protective against illness. This study reported a statistical significance in the reduction of self-reported sickness absence. The fourth one, it promotes muscle recovery. This works because cold showers reduce inflammation by constricting blood vessels. This meta-study concluded that muscle soreness was delayed by exposure to cold water immersion. The fifth one, it improves skin and hair. Basically, it's not that cold water is necessarily good, but that showering in hot water can be drying and cause your skin to be irritated. That's one thing for sure. If you go to a skin analysis test, they will tell you about how you get to regulate your hot shower on making sure your water is kind of lukewarm, because hot water actually messes with your skin. So it causes that dryness and irritation. Would you believe me if I told you I could never shower with water that is not hot, like literal hot? And one day I just read about cold showers and it was in my mind. What actually happened is I'm part of a community, which is Project 60, again, Atomic Habits, where we talk about tiny changes, remarkable results. So you just need to change a tiny thing. So that was actually Project 60, version 3. And on 2nd October, the challenge was take a cold shower for just that one day. Who is Sophia? Sophia was like, let's run with this. I'll be taking cold showers from today, henceforth. Let's see how far we can go. Here we are, a year later. The seventh part is it actually improves sleep. And the sixth, sorry, I skipped that part. The sixth is it increases circulation. The cold water may cause the blood to circulate faster in order to maintain your body temperature. And the eighth part, it gets to increase testosterone level. Apparently, cold showers lower the scrotal temperature, allowing optimal production of sperm and testosterone. Whoever that relates to, go for it. So, how are you feeling so far? Are you taking on this challenge? Are you ready? Will you challenge yourself? I'm your numero uno cheerleader. I think you can do this. You can really ace this. King, queen, let's do this. I'm literally dressed for you so that you can embrace this challenge and do it to the best part. So getting onto some parts I've already shared, but the article also gets to share more on that. The benefits of cold showers, it makes you feel like you can conquer the world, or at least your day. As I shared earlier, imagine you've already showered with cold water. No one can kill your energy. You've gone through the most. So nothing can take you down at all. It teaches you to tune into your body and to be mentally present. I shared the part about being present in the moment. And here we go again. Scientifically proven and written, it awakens you to being there. With gadgets to measure everything from heart rate to sleep to mood, most people have lost the ability to be in tune with themselves, to truly listen to their body and what it's telling them without exportable data. The thing about being in a cold shower is that you are acutely aware of every physical sensation. It's like your body is screaming, listen to me! And you have no choice but to ignore everything else and pay close attention. It is an instant way of clearing your mind and really feeling your body. Or the other best part, it is meditative. A cold shower is a wonderful reminder of the amazing ability of our bodies to quickly adjust to our environment. You get to observe your body go from a state of stress to calming down and eventually enjoying the effects of the cold water. You listen to your inner monologue go from, OMG, I wanna get out. Why has it only been a minute? To, okay, halfway through, this isn't so bad. To, I can feel my muscles relaxing. I have been meditating for years and my non-shower sessions can still be a little hit and miss, but a cold shower will get me in a state of calm every single time. It's an amazing nootropic. Though it's not something you can ingest, so not technically a nootropic, the feeling after a 10-minute cold shower is like your brain has been electrified in the most wonderful way. It's like a shot of energy that just wakes your brain up. I'm not a morning person, and if I have a cold shower earlier in the day, I'm literally 10 times more productive for the rest of the day. And yes, it's better than coffee. I am with the writer of the article. I don't take coffee. So cold shower is definitely better than coffee. Keyboard warriors, please don't come for me and coffee lovers at the chat bar. It is an instant mood enhancer. I mentioned before that the research on this was not convincing, but nothing counteracts inconclusive research better than feeling it yourself. I can't explain it, but it just makes me happy. Me and the article writer both. Cold showers make us happy. Yeah. We're those people who are full of energy after that cold shower, where you're calling someone and they're like, honey, it's just 7 a.m. Please calm down. I'm those people who have extra energy and will go all in as early as that in the day. It improves your cold tolerance. Do you know, interestingly, since I started taking cold showers, I think I've not had a cold per se. I know colds are viral, but that's against what we were brought up. If you're African, you know that cold was associated with pneumonia. If you want to avoid pneumonia, you need to wear warm clothes. You can't touch cold water, because if you touch cold water, you catch a cold. And that's not how it works. I know. You actually get a cold from a viral infection. It's in the air. There's no way you catch a cold because of just showering with cold water or swimming. It's about long exposure to cold environments. What the writer says is, I grew up in a tropical climate and I have always maintained that I have a genetic predisposition to hating the cold. However, daily cold showers have definitely increased my tolerance for cold temperatures. This is consistent with a study which demonstrated the habituation of people to cold water immersions with cold showers. It reminds you that your emotions are not your reality. That's point 7. It reminds you that your emotions are not your reality. So something I felt adrift from using hot showers and cold showers. When I was taking hot showers, my thoughts would be, you know how you replay a moment in the past where you're like, why did I say this in this meeting? I think if I said this, it could have been better. When you're taking cold showers, you're literally present. You're thinking about the now. You're thinking about gratitude. You're thinking about your journey so far, how much blessed you are. You're actually in your vibrant energy frequency of attracting abundance, because that's what gratitude does. Gratitude attracts abundance. And it's amazing to see that cold showers remind you that your emotions are not your reality. And as I always cover in Happy Humans Foundation, the past is what causes stress and anxiety, the future, but right in this present moment is where happiness lies. And you see how cold showers have a big factor to contribute onto that impact. Here is the funny thing about having cold showers. You always feel colder in the first minute than in the last minute. This feeling obviously cannot be a true reflection of reality. You cannot have less body heat in the beginning than you do at the end. Having cold showers reminds me that strong emotions can create a false reality, and that I don't always have to react to every emotion I feel. Though I instantly want to jump out, I am reminded that if I can just sit with the feeling just a little longer, it will leave me. If your reality involves everyone constantly telling you what needs to be done, it's nice to realize that doing nothing and letting things pass is a powerful solution too. Having cold showers is easy. All you have to do is literally nothing. I will admit that even after reaping the unexpected side effects of cold showers every day for more than a year, there are days when getting to the shower is still a battle. Here are some handy tips I learned when those days came around. So, if you're new to showering with cold water, I know it can be a bit challenging. And the good thing about this article, it gets to simplify that on how you get in and you make sure you stay in the cold showers. You don't leave and try to turn on the heater. So 1, start and finish with warm water. If there's a way you can regulate that, the better for you. It's a lot easier to convince yourself to get into a warm shower than a cold one. Once you get started, it's a lot easier to stay in. Finishing with warm water gives you something pleasurable to look forward to, and it will positively reinforce the habit. I tend to do 30 seconds of warm water on either end. For my journey, I just went in. I was happy. Like my hands just got into the cold showers and I was like, yes, let's do this. Ease into it is point 2. A cold shower is showering with water colder than 70 degrees or 21 degrees Celsius. Though it does really feel better when you go colder than that. If you start with warm water, you can slowly make the water colder every 10 seconds or so until you hit your limit. The point 3 is pair it with something you enjoy doing. And those people who have a whole concert while in the shower, so you leave your best playlist playing as you're showering. So the same comes to play when you're doing the cold showers too. I enjoy learning Spanish and found that it was much easier to convince myself to get excited to learn Spanish than to get into a cold shower. So instead of telling myself I was about to have a cold shower, I would tell myself I was about to learn Spanish. It also made the time pass faster. When we read the Atomic Habits, you get to know that for habits to be there to be effective, you need to make them attractive. You need to make them obvious. So you can imagine if you're having I do some French classes sometimes via Duolingo, and if I do that, I can imagine if I had issues with getting to the shower, it would be so easy for me to get into the shower. But honestly, I've never struggled that much. So I play songs that I love. So we'll just leave a song I love on loop, and the shower is just amazing. Number 4, end with something pleasurable. Again, you always reward yourself when you're working on a habit. So let's hear what the writer says about that. A study involving colonoscopies once demonstrated that your brain does not remember the sensations of an entire experience evenly, and the last moments of the event have a larger impact than the initial moments. Ending the cold shower ritual with a pleasurable reward, like a hot cup of coffee, acts to positively reinforce the habit a second time. I like having a small space heater nearby so I can enjoy a bit more heat after I get out. Then, number 5, give yourself an out. Cold showers are like your regular workout sessions. You don't always feel like starting, but it's easy to continue once you've started. Give yourself a 3-minute out. Tell yourself that if you really want to get out, after that time, you can. Chances are, you will definitely stay. You will definitely stay. I can tell that to you for sure. The 6th point is 5 minutes is better than 1. Friends who are curious to start having cold showers will often tell me that they will try it for 1 minute. That's the worst idea ever. It's getting all of the suffering without the benefits of the mental calm. I generally feel pretty uncomfortable until the 3rd minute, after which it actually feels quite enjoyable. So if you can, set your goal to 5 minutes. 7, start with your face and neck. Most people have an aversion to immersing their head in cold water. Once you get that part of your body over with, everything else feels fine. Number 8, don't eat a heavy meal before. Actually, generally, it's recommended to eat after you have showered, not the other way around. And that's because of the digestion of the food. I think they have shared on this part. Don't eat a heavy meal before. Your body struggles to do multiple things at once. One of the effects of being cold is that your body will attempt to circulate blood quicker to regulate the temperature of your body. This is a good thing. Eating a heavy meal prior prevents effective circulation, as some blood flow will be directed towards the digestion process. Here is the most surprising thing about my cold shower habit. My body craves it now. I am a firm believer that your body has the intrinsic ability to heal and rebalance itself. It will create a natural feedback loop for things that are beneficial to it. So if you're still struggling after a few days, remember that not only will it get easier, but your body will actually start looking forward to it. Like for me, it's a no-brainer. I literally enjoy my cold showers. I wouldn't have it any other way. Are you convinced by now to take cold showers? Still not convinced? Is what the writer puts it. I don't blame you. I consider myself a pretty persuasive person, but I have never been met with anything but a look of utter befuddlement or a visceral, unintentional shiver when I tell people about my daily habit of taking a 10-minute cold shower. While I was randomly Googling cold showers, the articles or videos that caught my eye the most were the ones debunking the myth of cold showers. Yet every single person in those articles was a proponent of cold showers because, as it turns out, all those things that the scientific experiments didn't measure are true. You will feel more energized, you will feel calmer, you will feel like you can deal with life. Don't fall for the myth that optimization of yourself requires cutting-edge gadgets, complicated supplements, or expensive specialists. In a world where people confuse self-care for expensive spa treatments, cold showers are free, simple, sustainable, and can be done from anywhere. Even the river, Dufumpararo, if you're Kenyan, you would relate to what that is. Try it, the warm fuzzies are real. Have you ever been under a waterfall, like literally a natural waterfall? That's a total rebirth. So imagine experiencing a rebirth every single morning from your own shower because it's cold. Renewal self-care every single time you do it. Would you want it any other way? There's only one way to find out. I pose the challenge to you. How about you start today and see how that goes? And I am your biggest cheerleader. Atomic habits, tiny changes, remarkable results. Do it for 60 days. That was actually the goal. I was doing it under Project 60 when we were challenging ourselves to build new habits in 60 days. Here I am, 1 year later. That one tiny habit that was challenge of day 1 out of 60 days has stuck with me for a whole year. As always, it's never a goodbye. It's a see you later from Happy Humans Foundation. Always happy to share light with the world.